Hello, I'm Nexus, and welcome to the first of 4 spooky-themed Transformers reviews. Starting off with Generations... Skullgrin, that's his name, I forgot. Old Generations is a long-forgotten pastime where characters would receive updates that make the frickin' character so much better. Here, Skullgrin adapts a half-track tank form. And oh, it looks good. The detailing on this mode is incredible for the time. Just, holy crap. This really goes to show just the influence the Michael Bay movies did have on the Transformers. Because before this, detailing like this was pretty much impossible. There is, however, a little bit of gappiness in the back. So, you know, it's not perfect, but I can accept a little bit of a sacrifice here. And man, do I miss the days where a figure could have this much paint on it. Good God, what happened? While Skullgrin's main weapon integrates seamlessly into his vehicle mode, he also has 3 additional accessories on the old clip system. Missile launcher, mounted minigun, and, is this a flare launcher for launching out flares to distract heat-censoring missiles? Okay. Each one can clip onto various bar points along the figure. This is how I personally prefer to have him in vehicle mode. And each thing is also on a ball joint, giving you plenty of articulation. Though, if you know what this thing is, don't be afraid to tell me, because I'm drawing a blank. But, like, jeez, it's rare to see a turret that can spin and aim up and down nowadays. But this thing was doing it 10 years ago! What happened? Just look at it! It goes up all the way! And it rotates all the way! Comparison-wise, here he is with the only other modern figure that I feel is even comparable with tank mode articulation. Holy crap! This just goes to show how lackluster Hasbro has been getting with their tanks, at least. Here's a broken Generations Wreck-Gar, and even though he's broken, that adds to the fact that he's a junkie on, and this is still better than the modern one too, I gotta be honest, because looking G1 isn't everything, fellas. Lastly, here's a modern Voyager to round things off as a perfect 3 with nothing else to come. Huh? What in the... transformation-wise, first, he has a third form, which is really just the designers refocusing some of the parts to shift it into something else, kind of. And so it's supposed to form this turret kind of thing. So now, instead of just being able to shoot his own tank, he has to have someone else do it. And he's also still a deluxe, so it's not like there's many options. The only thing that works decently well with it is Legends figures, so... okay, I guess it works. It's a neat bonus. Thanks. Real transformation-wise is so fun! They had complete creative freedom for figuring out how to transform this thing. And my God, is it fun! I love how the turret becomes the legs. You never see that. I love how the front of the vehicle becomes the chest, yet it still doesn't even look like that happens. And the shoulder pads, and yeah, there's a bit of a backpack, but Jesus Christ! I mean, yeah, it's got a backpack. Okay. It's a Transformer. Transformers have backpacks, jackass. My God, I can't believe this was a deluxe. The disparity of quality with even modern Voyagers is insane. Like, look at all this molded detail and painted in stuff. Oh my God, we got a little bit of this back in Siege, and I will say, it's great. But it's not like this character redesigning thing that made these figures so freaking awesome. And, his hands can open. Which is apparently the thing that made Voyager Optimus Prime a leader class. This deluxe. This 15 Canadian dollar deluxe back in 2012 had opening fingers, which apparently can only be justified when you're paying an extra $30 for a Voyager class. Nope. Oh, and let me just dunk on him again and say that these hands, these 10-year-old hands, still look way better than what Prime's got. Prime's look fucking anorexic and shrimpy. This deluxe has meteor-looking hands, and they look so much better, both as fists and even open. You could have just taken these hands and put it on him, Hasbro. No, Earthrise Prime is not a leader class. At this point, I'm struggling to call him a Voyager. And oh, articulation all around is great. About as good ankle tilts. But every joint pretty much has more range than Prime's. And again, this is a deluxe. So where's that money going in the leader, Hasbro? Okay, like, butterfly joints is something we're just starting to get back now. But, like, this guy has butterfly joints. He's able to reach clean across his chest. You know, like a person. 10-year-old figure. 10-year-old figure. Like, I'm not even sure if my pictures can do him justice. Think of a pose. He can probably do that pose. I would call this masterpiece level articulation if he had an ab crunch. Which, if there's a hidden one in there somewhere, I would not be surprised. Accessories-wise, you still have pretty much all the same clips, except for one that's on the foot. Nothing good looks good when they're placed on there, but hey, it's your toy. Play with it however you want. It's not like you can play with a toy incorrectly. Jesus. 2 of these new spots are on his knees, because I guess that needed to happen. But this is the configuration I like. The missile launcher and the minigun up on his shoulder kibble, which, you know, that's a good use for that kibble. Just saying. And also the thingamajig kind of fills out this little gap in his foot. Okay. And then his primary weapon is an axe formed from the barrel of his tank mode. Yeah, this is parts forming. But good God, can you even tell this is the barrel of a tank? No, that's a frickin' axe! This is the effort that should be put into weapons parts forming. I can't take the shit of the fucking roof shields when they were able to do this 10 years ago. His hands are also on ball joints with a couple cuts, which lets you angle it forward. That's such an important joint. Oh my God, I'm gonna scream. And like, if you're a weirdo, you can still use that as a gun. He doesn't hold it well, but, you know, typically when a tank transformer happens, it's the barrel of their tank mode that becomes the gun. Even though, you know, it's kind of worthless because they can still just use that in tank mode. But, you know, you could do this. You can't play with your toy incorrectly, fellas. However, he can also work with modern 5mm port weapons, and wow, the blue here actually offsets the red, and wow, that one looks really nice. I typically give this one to Scourge, but Skullgrin's starting to compete here. Comparison-wise, Siege Impactor, which, in robot mode, I can't believe that this is pretty much double the price. I mean, look at these. Which one do you think costs more? I'm gonna leave it at that. Here's Generations or Revealed the Shield Wreck-Gar, whose asymmetrical body layout really makes it look like he's made of garbage, which is fitting in with his character, so the clean, blocky look of his G1 fit self, not really fitting. I still dig this one more. And here he is with a modern Voyager again, and okay, yeah, he's definitely deluxe sized, but oh, the quality desperation between these two is massive. I am smitten with this thing. But, I mean, for what Scourge is, he's still pretty solid and fun and all that jazz, but, you can't come at me saying, oh, it's worth it because it has better articulation, because Deluxe, $15, 10 years old, way better articulation than whatever you're talking about. Huh? Did you see that? That wasn't supposed to happen. TLDR, this figure is amazing! Oh my god. Look, I know I'm supposed to be an unbiased reviewer, but this is coming from the bottom of my heart. You want to own this thing. This belongs in your collection. No matter if you're a Bay collector, no matter if you're a G1, or no matter if you only collect fucking animated. You need this. This figure is so golden. I cannot sing its praises enough, because it actually deserves them. The issues are few and far between, and honestly, they're negligible at worst. Anyways, I've been Nexus 8846 Productions, and until next time, transform and rise up!